A few months back, I made a video talking about Batman's scariest villains.
Officer Bowles.
I'm a big superhero geek, a superhero fan.
Are you sure?
And it was just a lot of fun to make that video. So I figured that I would make another one talking about another superhero that is equally as popular, if not more popular. You saw the title when you clicked on this video. You know what's up. We're talking about Peter Parker, brother. Spider-Man! I knew he was you! I knew it! Whenever you have a popular superhero, he's gonna have a stacked rogues gallery is what I'm saying. May I present to you the Willem Dripfo board. Dude, I've got the ranking board here. We're going to talk about the scariest Spider-Man villains, and I am so excited, dude. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm gonna break the board before we even start.
It's beautiful. It's gonna be displayed like that forever. You guys are gonna just see.
But yeah, Spider-Man has some of the greatest villains in history, and also some of the...
All of our guys are dead.
We're gonna go over the top 5 scariest villains today, and then there's 2 honorable mention spots that I made as well. And we're just gonna decide on which one, you know, is gonna win. Which one takes the cake. Without further ado, let's get into the ranking. All right, for the first honorable No, man. No. For the first honorable mention spot today, we have the Lizard. So first of all, the Lizard is a giant lizard, so automatically makes him a little bit scary, you know, a little bit weird looking, creepy looking guy. So the Lizard is a very interesting villain. He was trying to make the world a better place at first, and he was trying to regrow his arm back because he lost it in an accident. He's a scientist. He's a very smart guy, and he made himself a lizard serum, like a drug almost, to regrow parts of the body. You know, his arm. That's kind of weird. But also kind of cool. He was trying to make the world a better place at first, and he was trying to, you know, help kids regrow their arm. You know, he was trying to regrow different limbs if they lost them. The Lizard has committed numerous crimes in the Marvel comics. He is a reoccurring foe for Spider-Man. Very, very popular, especially after the Amazing Spider-Man movie came out and we saw him in live action, and also in No Way Home whenever he made his return, you know, to the big screen. In one storyline, he tried to take over New York by making people act on their instincts, just be very aggressive, kind of revert back to caveman brain. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of a crazy thing to do, but yeah. Go off, King. I will never say that again. I'm sorry. And in one specifically dark comic, he actually ate his own son. What? In doing research for this video, that was the first time I've heard about that comic book story. So that is crazy that he ate his own son, bro. Like, it's a snack that smiles back. I'm sorry. That was bad. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. And he's also eaten other people whenever he was the Lizard, because he just reverted back to his basic lizard instincts. Whenever he ate his son, we're going back to that. We're going back to that now. I'm sorry, guys. He was mentally out of it. He was done. He was done with the world, because obviously, you know, that would take a toll on somebody. Eating your own son would probably suck. And I don't know if this is from like the comic book or anything, or like comic books, but you know, he killed Captain George Stacy on the Amazing Spider-Man movie. That was a pretty crazy thing that happened. And it also built up to the next movie to where Spider-Man was scared that Gwen Stacy would, you know, die, and she did. The Lizard was also a member of the Sinister Six. The Sinister Six is a very cool group of villains, in my opinion. I've always liked the Sinister Six, and I wish that there was a movie that had the Sinister Six in the movie. The closest we got to that was in No Way Home, whenever we had the 5 villains. Everybody knows about that. And in No Way Home, whenever he came back, he just went back to his, you know, basic take over the world, turn them all into lizards type thing, make them all under his control. He could be like the king of the lizards. He could be the Lizard King, you know. Oh, it's so bright in here. What the frick? That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways.
Want a break from the app?
Wait! Before the video goes on any further, I would like to thank today's sponsor. Yours truly, actually. We got Anti-Karen Club, we got golf, we got Go Smell the Roses poop shirt. Those are all out right now. Sorry guys, it's really hot out here. It's actually hard to breathe. We actually have a website now called garb.something. It'll be up right now. Check the link in description and you can go, buy some shirts. Support me in another way other than watching these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and back to the video. The next honorable mention on our list here is Jackal. Perfect. Now, Jackal is actually very similar to the lizard due to the fact that he is also a professor at the college that Peter attends in the comic books. Another thing is Gwen Stacy was also in the same class as Peter. He kind of went crazy, kind of like the Green Goblin and a bunch of other villains in the Spider-Man universe. He just went mad, just like Willem Dripfo back here. He went crazy. And something that's even darker is that his lab assistant actually died during the science experiment to try to clone Gwen Stacy. Apparently, the Jackal had a weird obsession with Gwen Stacy. It's really weird. Another thing that kind of pushed Jackal past his breaking point was whenever Gwen got killed by the Green Goblin. Because he was so obsessed with her, this really broke him, and it made him more angry towards Spider-Man for letting her die. And if you also didn't know, Spider-Man had a clone in the comic books that was actually a successful experiment done by the Jackal. His name's Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. He actually kept on killing Ben over and over and over and over and over again in many horrific ways. It's terrible. He's a terrible dude. I mean, what can I even say? I mean, it's just a bad guy. He also made a couple of viruses because of his cloning experiments. He's a walking disease, dude. He's just a diseased man. You don't want to be near the Jackal. And he even killed off the bee population just because he could. Just because he's just that psycho. Be gone. The Jackal's first name was Miles Warren. I don't know if I mentioned that. Similar to the Joker or the Green Goblin, he's on their level of just psychopathy, pretty much. All right, baby. Coming in at number 5, we have the 1000. So the 1000 is kind of a more obscure Spider-Man villain. I feel like not many people know about the 1000. I didn't know until I started doing research for this video, and yeah, so now I know that the 1000 is one of the worst comic book villains. Before the 1000 became the 1000, his name was Carl King. Now, Carl King was pure evil before he got his powers. He was born a terrible person. And Carl actually grew up with Peter Parker and bullied him while he was in school, kind of like Flash Thompson. And the way he got his powers is pretty gross. He ate the spider that gave Peter his powers. Dude, what are you doing? That's not cool. That's not good. And after he ate the spider, it actually turned him into thousands of spiders, hence the name the 1000. If you know me, you know that I hate spiders, and yeah, this alone, him being made of 1,000 spiders and an evil serial killer, that easily puts him in the top 5 for me. And I mean, this guy is really corrupt. He's like a spreading virus. He takes over people's bodies, he eats them, he controls them because he's a bunch of spiders now. He's not really a person anymore. He's just a hive mind of a bunch of just a bunch of And his main goal as a supervillain is to basically take over Spider-Man's body and to be the new Spider-Man, but just basically a human corpse that is being infested with thousands of spiders. He's done murders, grape. I'm not gonna say it. I didn't say it, YouTube. I said grape. I'm gonna stop saying that now. He is a contender to be a little higher. He's a contender. I'm gonna say it. After reading some of his crimes and some of the worst things he's done, he can definitely go a little higher on the list for sure. The 1000 is basically like Spider-Man body horror, which is kind of cool. It also is kind of disgusting.
I'm gonna throw up, bro. It's bad, bro.
It's bad today, dude. Now, coming in at number 4, we've got Morlun. Now, Morlun is kind of what Morbius wishes he could be. He's a very powerful vampire villain from the Spider-Man comics, and I think he might have been adapted into a show or whatever. I haven't seen it. Morlun is basically an all-powerful vampire villain from the past, pretty much. He's he never dies. Crazy already. spooky, undead being, kind of scary. But his main goal as a supervillain is to hunt totems all around the multiverse and kill them to get their life force to stay alive. And totems are pretty much animal-themed superheroes. Those are the best for his life force and to sustain being alive and all that. He's just going around the multiverse just sucking animals dry. It's crazy. He's got Jared Leto shaking in his boots, bro. Like, he's a lot more powerful than Morbius. Thinking about it more, I think a Morlun movie would have been a lot cooler than a Morbius movie. Morbius is cool in the comics, not the freaking movie.
It's Morbid time.
Morlun is a reoccurring foe in the Spider-Verse. He has a whole family of vampires called the Inheritors, and they are known for their strength and their durability and their drive to hunt down Spider-Man. And there's a whole like comic book arc of him just going to different universes and killing off like literally every single Spider-Man. Like he kills so many different Spider-Men. Probably one of Spider-Man's most powerful villains. If I had to put my money on it, I'd bet on Black. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in. I don't know how gambling works. That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't watch the Twilight movies because they're giving me the heebie. Now, the top 3 was a very, very hard choice. They are like, you know, the tortoise and the hare type deal. Very close in the race. You know what? Controversial take, but I am putting the Green Goblin at number 3. I had to say it. Sorry, Dripfo. I had to do it to you. I'm putting you at number 3, Dripfo. Crap! The Green Goblin. You all know him. You all love him. He is, Spider-Man's greatest foe. In my mind, I see like Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Venom as kind of the 3 biggest Spider-Man foes from the comic books and all sorts of Spider-Man media. He's infamous. He's an infamous villain. Everybody knows who he is. Norman Osborn is a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, who owns Oscorp, the big tower in the middle of New York City. Harry Osborn's his son. We all know the story. He's killed Gwen Stacy. He's killed countless people. He is evil. He will do anything to get more power and to defeat Spider-Man. Defeating Spider-Man is Green Goblin's greatest like driving goal. You know, he's always after my boy Peter. He's always after the Peter man. And he has a bunch of technology that is very useful in his conquest of New York City. You know, in Sam Raimi's movie, he wore the metallic Green Goblin suit that we all love. In the comics, he's got more of a goblin look. He's got the purple hat, the purple knapsack, you know, all that stuff. He's got the Versace. He's got the Liberace goblin hat. Give us a fit check, Goblin.
This is some sport thing. I don't know.
He's got the Nike knapsack sock. I think I like his look more in the comics because he looks more like a goblin. I want to see him adapted into a movie where he full-on transforms into a goblin, where he looks the part. I'm not talking about Amazing Spider-Man 2, even though that guy definitely looked like a goblin before he transformed. They had the right guy. He looked the part. But I mean, like, do I even have to explain why he's on the list? Just picture this real quick. You're alone at night in your bed. You're about to go to sleep, and then outside your door you hear. Would that not be terrifying? He's about to, like. Every time I think of that, like what I'm talking about right now, I think of freaking Aunt Jane, bro. What am I? Aunt May praying on her bedside table. Deliver us from evil! I love that scene so much. It's so funny, dude. Green Goblin, one of my favorite villains of all time. Probably one of yours too, if we're being honest here. You can't beat him, man. You can't beat him. And if you can't beat him, join him. And like I said, guys, moving into number 2 could definitely be swapped with Green Goblin in my opinion, but we have the Demogoblin. Crap, dude. Oh my, every time, dude. He was the second Hobgoblin. He apparently made a deal with the devil, and that's why he's called the Demogoblin now. He's like a demon. The Demogoblin? I guess that's how you would say it, because demon, goblin. Goblin mode turned demon mode, what I'm trying to say. Yeah, well, sorry. The demon that was in the Hobgoblin actually came out of him and manifested a whole nother goblin being into the world, and hence the Demogoblin. Terrifying looking. I mean, look at this guy. He's a terrifying looking thing. It's not even a guy. Look at this freaking
Demon.
I don't like demons. Demons scare me. I'm gonna start praying like Aunt May in a second here, dude, because I don't like it. He actually kind of believes in divine justice, apparently. Kind of a hero. Does he even make the list? I mean, he's creepy though. I don't like him. He targets only sinners, apparently, like, so bad guys. I mean, he's kind of a hero. We are going to put, I mentioned him before. I'm talking about Carnage is number 1. Carnage is the number 1 scariest Spider-Man villain. If you've read the comics, if you've played the games, if you've seen the shows, don't watch the movie. It's not that good. Even though he is kind of creepy in the movie. Let's just be honest. Woody Harrelson did a good job, I think. But Carnage is the most dangerous symbiote from the symbiote family in the Spider-Man comic books. And of course, Carnage attached to Cletus Kasady. And if you know who Cletus Kasady is, he's a serial killer from the Spider-Man comic books who was evil before he even got Carnage. It kind of increased his psychopathic tendencies to like tenfold, you know. It kind of made him way worse of a person. Cletus Kasady is actually like a serial killer. He pushed his grandma down the stairs.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I think he killed his dog. Like, he's just a deplorable person. In the video game that I used to play, The Amazing Spider-Man, I remember he was on there. Or is it The Amazing Spider-Man 2? It could be The Amazing Spider-Man 2. That game was goated. And I remember being like, he wasn't on that movie, but the game had him. And Carnage, I feel like, is a very, very popular character within like media now. Like, he's popping up a lot more than he used to, for sure. Good reason. He's a very scary villain. If you were in the same room as Carnage, no, you wouldn't be, because you'd be dead already. Even like the Ultimate Spider-Man show, something I used to watch, I feel like he was a good villain in that too. Cletus Kasady obviously wasn't in it because, you know, he's a murderer, and you can't have that on a Disney XD show. He was still cool whenever he attached to Peter. The character of Carnage is like begging to be made into a rated R horror movie, like a Spider-Man horror movie. Like, please make that happen. Oh my gosh, that would be so good, so cool. Unlike a lot of Spider-Man villains, Carnage just kind of kills for pleasure and chaos. In one particular, you know, part in the comic books, he killed everybody in a diner that he went to, just out of nowhere, just because he could. Before he got out, he was at the Ravencroft Institute being treated. Ravencroft is kind of like the Arkham Asylum of Spider-Man, pretty much. They keep a bunch of superpowered crazies there. The comic book story of Maximum Carnage, he just kills like a bunch of people in New York City. Maximum Carnage would be a crazy movie. And that was probably his most famous story. He's done so many unspeakable crimes. Carnage is our number 1. I'm not ever gonna change that. After some deliberation, after some thought, 1,000 is kind of like very similar to Carnage. Jackal, so I changed the list around a lot. Our honorable mentions are the Lizard and Demogoblin. The only reason I moved Demogoblin down a whole lot is because he's a demon. He is scary looking, but he hunts people. He hunts bad guys. And even though he's a demon and he's freaky, he's going down here. Lizard stays in the same spot pretty much. We've got number 5 being Jackal now, who is obsessed with a student at his college. Kind of weird. Morlun on some demon time, bro. Hopping universes, killing Spider-Man earns him the number 4 spot, in my opinion. Number 3, obviously, we got the Green Goblin. Definitely the most popular Spider-Man villain of all time. Number 2, we have the biggest jump on our ranking, the 1,000. The 1,000 has moved up to the number 2 spot. Arguably, he could make the number 1 spot after reading through his crimes. In number 1, of course, we got Carnage, not moving. He is the king of the scary Spider-Man villains. I think it looks good. I'm happy with it. So yeah, if there's one outline for these Spider-Man villains, they always are a part of some kind of scientific experiment gone wrong. They always kind of do something to themselves to mess themselves up. I figured, you know, I should make this video because Spider-Man Brand New Day hype is real. Hopefully that movie slaps. I'm looking forward to seeing the Punisher and the Hulk team up with my boy Peter Parker. Spider-Man has some of the best movies, some of the best comic books, some of the best stories. Just such a rich character with such a rich ethos of other characters. He's just so unique and so different and so cool. And I love talking about stuff like this. So if you guys want to see more, please let me know as well. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and go get him, Tiger.